Buenos días. Ya estamos aquí, gente. Madre mía. Uf. Amigo, creo que ya sé por qué. Creo que son dos DLCs esto, ¿eh? Por eso no me suena. Lo único que este DLC teóricamente es cuando vas más avanzado, creo yo, ¿no? O no, o a lo mejor con el nivel que estamos ya... ¡Hostia! ¡Qué susto nos ha pegado el bicho este! A ver, ¿dónde tenemos que ir? Aquí al lado. Uy. A ver, somos los detectives leones, ¿no? Hemos dicho... ¡Vamos para allá! Hostia. A ver. Uy, ¿no? Ahora sí. Vámonos.
This port seems real busy. I wonder if they're trying to compete with the groundbreaker.
Vamos a ver. ¿A dónde me llevas? ¿Cómo me sabe dónde estoy? Se echó pupa saltando, ¿eh? Bueno, a ver, un paseo siempre va bien, ¿no? Para ir despejándonos y todo esto. Lo digo por mí, porque yo voy todo sobado aún. Voy a haber hecho la... Viaje rápido
What floor would you
a la suite
next stop?
directamente. A ver.
Inspector,
Ah, vale.
I'm pleased to hear that. Bertie Holcomb is a valuable asset to the Rizzo's Rangers. When Helen was murdered, Bertie was nowhere to be found. The timing of his disappearance is unfortunate. Oh, dear law. Please tell me there wasn't another woolly cow involved. every ranger is contractually obligated to medicate themselves with company-approved stimulants. Are you telling me Black Hole Birdie has been playing clean all these... Huh, that's impressive. Be plain with me, Inspector. Do you... I'm relieved to hear that. I happen to be something of a fan of the hack attack. I'd hate to see him process... I'd like you to continue your investigation. I appreciate that. I'd rather keep Birdie within the public eye than let him languish in a bar at the docks. If you're through investigating Birdie, I recommend looking into Cedric Kincannon. He's been entirely too comfortable since we began this investigation.
¿Subimos de nivel? Buah, nivel 20. Esto es llegar y subir. A ver. Quiero todo a 50. Ventajas, a ver. Bueno. Le daremos a esto, ¿vale? Vámonos otra vez.
What floor would you... Oh, what?
Con Parvati y Vicario. Sí, estos me van bien. Ah, que esos también han subido. Diario. Mapa. A ver. A mí me gusta saber dónde estoy. Pero bueno, vamos para aquí, que es donde nos marca la misión. Pues vamos bien, vamos, de momento vamos bien. Aquí la verdad tampoco hemos investigado mucho.
You got an appointment? Yeah, that. Not in. If Mr. Kincannon doesn't want to see. You're not allowed up with no appointment. Unless you want to chat.
Well
with
now,
some guards.
this is unexpected. I'm torn. I despise rudeness toward Eileen, who is entirely invaluable to Slug, and... Now then, hear from... Let's see. That night... torturing Elliot Nasser for information on missing cargo. That was a messy one. Didn't break until nearly noon the next day. Can you imagine?
Qué bien, ¿eh?
An excellent question. I had his body dropped off the edge of the land complex. I'm not sure happened to it from there, scientifically speaking. Maybe it dissolved? Ultimately, though, it doesn't matter. You'd be a fool to believe me,
Ay.
regardless of what I told you. People
Madre mía.
lie, and I am, incriminatingly, people.
Me estoy cansando de ser detective León, eh. Ay.
It's as I said. You shouldn't. If it helps, however, you might consider pursuing not my means, but my motive.
Bueno, ya estamos aquí. Perdón por la pausa.
I'm considering a line of commemorative merchandise. Still, that's... I'd offer to assist you in your work, but I have a mystery of my own. Oh, Elliot stole from me, all right. Alas, you're right in that his was a singular isol. Items are disappearing from Slug's storage and processing warehouse. The thefts began... Before you ask, I know the difference between cargo going missing and... I'm not... I said... Regard... You do recall, Inspector, that I'm not to be trusted? You'll want to... No. And do feel free to search my office for clues while you're here. Was there something else you wanted to discuss? Very well. A few. She said it. I also... Because... Besides, not unlike... That is the... Tell me, do you really believe Helen's death was a mere... A smarter... This murder... Her actions in the time leading up to her death do not align with those of an actor on Eridanos solely to promote Stay sharp, Inspector. Now is not... Because whoever did kill Helen is not going to come... I might. Your point... Yes. Be very careful, Inspector. I'd very much like to see... One... What? Or who? Understandable. A man of my standing would naturally be tied up in all this. Now then. Bar fight? Drunk Raptidons? Black hole birdie practicing his hacking in the middle of the street. Stop me if it's one of those, or I'll just keep guessing. Sounds as though you've already sorted it out yourself. Slug uniforms do seem to go missing from the hotel laundry with impressive regularity. Easy enough for someone to nick a few. Now ask yourself this. Why would anyone give thugs slug... Well, to smear my name. But I can't fathom who would benefit from tarnishing my reputation like that. Can you? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult your intelligence. I'm used to working with... So, as you've deduced, I did not send anyone from Slug after you, nor is it likely they assigned themselves that task. With that matter settled, is there any... The original incident? Well, I made him an offer he should have An excellent... Our combative relationship stems from paperwork, mundanely enough. Rizzo's contracted sublet. Had Lou wanted Rizzo's to retain full control of Eridanos, he should
está complicando
lose
bastante.
and
Y como no he leído, pues...
Still technically visible to the human eye, but only just. It was all perfectly legal, too, which irked Lou. My power grab, as Lou called it, planted the seed of hatred. And Lou, obsessed with. Alas, I can't. I am, first and foremost, the head of Slug, and it simply wouldn't be good for business.
No sé por qué, creo que
Slug's control of Eridanos is a
dice la
crucial
verdad,
step in my long-term
que el
plans for
malo es
Sublight.
Ludovic,
The
o como
board
se
needs.
llame.
Because one day soon, Sublight. Meanwhile, our dear administrator is still laser-focused on old slights, which can't. He's grown increasingly desperate to catch Slug with our hand in the proverbial cookie jar as of late. I wish I could wink, but it always looks like I have something caught in my eye. The original. Intimidation has its role. Our combative relationship stems from paper. Had Lou's. Think of it this way. It was all perfectly legal, too. Which. My.
Vale.
Do you think power belongs to those who submit the proper. Slug's control of Eridanos is a crucial step in my long-term plans for Sublight. The board needs to see irrefutable. Oh, that does sound fun, though. Is securing a board seat for. Meanwhile, our dear administrator is still laser-focused. He's grown. Continue investigating, Inspector. I'm afraid you'll find both you and.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. This copy of TK contains 142 fewer pages. The missing pages were likely removed to create.
You figured that out just by looking at it? Huh.
Inspector, please consider speaking into the device. Poor woolly cow impression transmission analysis complete. While the precise location of the receiver could not be pinpointed, it has been narrowed down to a smaller, approximate. Analysis inconclusive. However, there is a 98.3% of the dust particles are lit. This unit is glad to have been. The area within a 0.5 meter radius of the book possesses. That is highly likely.
What's that you found? No, wait, don't tell me. Let's save it for the big reveal once you've solved the case.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Madre mía, tíos. Yo aquí no me aclaro mucho, ¿eh? Hoy es un día para jugar al Among Us, no a jugar a eso. Primero voy a hablar con el capataz.
Hi there. Sorry, this area is off limits to port vision. Sorry about that. Feel free to have a look around, sir.
Que me gusta, hombre.
So this is where Slug houses all its completely legally obtained inventory, hmm?
Coño.
We don't toss troublemakers out of airlocks.
Inspector.
Just throw them over the edge.
En tu cara, tío. Aquí no hay nadie, ¿no? Uy. Hay restos de sangre, ¿eh? Vámonos. Y nadie ha visto nada.
Is fight night still on then?
Yeah, we're on. I got 500 riding on Dr. Billy taking it all.
You bet on a sprat named Dr. Billy? What's he a doctor?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. The biology of this sprat is highly unusual. This sprat has been in contact with multiple parasites, yet shows a cursory analysis of this organism's anatomy suggests it was bred deliberately for its unusually large size. Sprats possess the unique based on slug record.
I guess they use this place to unwind. A cargo container, though? You'd think they'd get in trouble if they were caught.
A ver, ¿qué me he pillado? A por todas. Madre mía. Lo que vale. A ver, que me estoy desviando. Como siempre, voy a mi puta bola.
Hey there, little buddy.
Bueno, plan. A ver, vámonos ya donde tenemos que ir. Yo ya me estoy liando. Pero tengo el pase. A ver.
You're the inspector, aren't you? Boss Kincannon said you'd be by a
Gosh, this is so neat. A real-life inspector. What's that like? Have you solved any mysteries yet? Ever had to shoot a case.
Ya está.
Just like a real inspector.
La estoy dejando
Right,
ahí
so the missing car.
flipando, ¿eh?
That's the weird part. There's no pattern, far as I can tell. The thefts don't make. I ask you, who would steal a handful of Spacer's Choice Sabers, so dull they can barely cut mud, but leave the. Ugh. Who'd be desperate enough to want to steal a Spacer? Ugh, nanner spank. Don't spit in my mouth. Then there's the most recent theft. 5 boxes of pens and a couple of sodas. Well, I'm no inspector. Everyone here at Freight Storage and Processing, for a start. Thing is, the cargo is... Best I can figure, it's probably... As for who has access there, Benton Chan, he's the shipping yard manager. Nah, Benton's too lazy for crime. The extra work would... Last time I asked him to check the automechs, the whole head told me he couldn't... It won't bother him any if you have a look. Hopefully, you're mechanically inclined. Oh, but... Oh no. I forgot to delete all of those incriminating messages I sent about which cargo to steal. Nah, I do have a list of cargo...
Vamos. A ver. Ubicación del receptor. Pero... Primero vamos a la ubicación del receptor. Y luego venimos para aquí. Área restringida. No sé por qué. Tendremos que ir ahí, ¿eh? Que por algo es restringida.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Transmission endpoint discovered. The receiver in this book matches the transmitter to the listening device found in Cedric's office.
A ver, está en el baño, tú mismo.
Somewhat grime covered. Due to the high level of foot traffic in this area, based on the accumulated mix of sludge and detritus, Inspector, this loading automechanical's programming does not match factory default settings. The standard defensive protocol has been modified to include an additional trigger. There is a directive in place to initiate defensive protocol should an unsanctioned data log installed in this automechanical. Slug automechanical maintenance records indicate this particular unit is frequently... For Type K-19 cargo transport automechanical, once triggered...
Loading automechanical unit K-14 is fully operational. How can this auto...
You got it, Cap.
fail? Ejecting data log 17C. Apologies. This unit does not have... Unit entering standby mode.
Oh, sospechoso.
Easy does it.
O sea, más claro el agua. Realmente había una mercancía en concreto que se tenía que robar. Que la ha robado. Y para disimular, han dejado que vaya robando más cositas. Para así no levantar sospechas exactamente del envío en concreto. Madre mía, me estoy poniendo las botas, Me estoy poniendo las botas, gente. 113. 113. Parvati. Después iremos con las armas, pero primero... A ver. 126. Fusil de salto certero 3. ¡Ulu! Este me lo pongo yo en mi equipo. Madre mía, madre mía. Vale, vamos bien. Al final, para ir a nuestra puta bola. Nos ha salido redondo, Pero redondo, tío. Madre mía, que hay una cosa que yo no he hecho. Voy con estos dos. ¿No? Me gustan las dos armas. Pero, oye, mirad qué tenemos aquí. Y aquí le podemos meter la escopeta. Claro. Esto... Esto es un maquinón, ¿eh? Menudos bichos acabo de encontrar yo aquí. Uy. Menudo arsenal, ¿eh? Apenas habíamos encontrado las de segundo nivel, que aquí vamos con las de tercer nivel. O sea, esto es la hostia.
Inspector, to what do I... Ooh, I love this part. The big reveal. So tell me. What makes you say... Damn, you're good. Hacking the Automex. So that was... But why? Everything that was stolen. So, our culprit had something specific they wished to... I must say,
Exacto.
Inspector. Then that just leaves how the culprit knew where their true target would be. Or indeed, that slug would soon... Okay, that's very impressive. Don't ever touch me again. Am I right to think what you found in my office earlier was the other half? Not quite, Inspector. I lent it to Alcion Helen to assist her with role research. Unbelievable. I helped her, gave her whatever she needed. As though Helen herself didn't profit from her work. This is a betrayal, Inspector. Helen should consider herself very lucky indeed that she is already among the dead. And that's... Halcyon Helen is already... If I'd known Helen was stealing from me, I may very well have killed her, or had her killed. Oh, that is good, Inspector. Now you are thinking in the manner you must. I wish you luck with your investigation, though I doubt you'll need it. You'll find Helen. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must find a way to excise my anger that minimally damages my business empire. I expect it will involve...
Se nos está liando bastante, ¿eh? Pero bastante. Uy, al final no hemos ido a la zona restringida. Ya iremos. No pasa nada. Ahora vamos a ir a hacer misiones. Quiero pasar por allí, pero... Saldremos de aquí. Ya os digo yo que saldremos de aquí a tope, ¿eh? De niveles, de armas, de municiones.
Inspector? Closely, Of course he's got an alibi. He runs Sublight Underground. He probably starts his... With that in mind, do you think Cedric was... I'm pleased to hear that. Cedric hasn't won you over. Unfortunately, even I don't have the authority to detain Cedric. His line of work is dangerous, though.
Exacto.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I've already lost Dr. Blossom. Are you confident you've finished your investigation? I've been... Tell me, Inspector. I beg your pardon. But you haven't interviewed everyone. I expect you to deliver the name of Helen's killer. I expect you to deliver results. We're done. I'm defensive, Inspector, because I'm under... You're convinced I murdered Alcion Helen. Fine. If you have no proof, then you have no case. Wait, don't move a muscle. Someone's just tripped my alarm. And my... The distillery is under attack. Someone's after me, Inspector. Forget what I said. I'm renewing your Damn it. Someone's interfering with my transmission.
Whoever the real killer is, I got a feeling they're going after Mr. Ludovico.
Vale.
I guess, if we have to. Getting kind of tired of kicking my...
We should definitely go. As for helping him, maybe we take the wait and see.
Whoever is attacking the distillation station is offering us a challenge. I said...
Vamos para allá. Me he precipitado. No tenía que haber dicho eso, pero bueno. ¿Qué hacemos? Eli, a ver. Félix. Ah, no le he dado a aceptar. Lo quiero todo 50 yo. Vale, a partir de aquí. A ver, me llevo Parvati y a Vicario. Félix, no es que no quiera saber nada de ti, es que para estas misiones prefiero a ellos. Y en la destilería, madre mía, aquí hay de todo, Y no tenemos viaje rápido encima. Uy. Lo que tengo que ponerme... A ver. Un momento. Es que este está muy bien, pero no, ahora mismo no. Yo creo que lo voy a dejar así. ¿Dónde vais con estos bichos? Con esto lo liquidaremos a distancia. Y lo que estén cerca con escopeta, a saco. ¡Hostia! Mi puntería habéis visto que es fulminante, ¿eh? Tenemos que ir con escopeta aquí, ¿eh? Hoy mi puntería está como casi siempre. Infalible.
I've said it before, but a nice, beautiful facade often hides a deep darkness within. Or in this case, I suppose a horribly garish facade would be more accurate.
No. Ay, 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 ay. Está todo sellado. Salvo dos puertas. Vamos a vender de bebidas alcohólicas.
Only 3. However will I restrain myself?
A ver, vamos a centrarnos. Todo esto está sellado. El arma que nos interesa, ¿eh? Vale. Cógelo, hombre, cógelo. A ver. Sí, por aquí no podemos ir. Esto es la salida. Nivel de pirateo demasiado bajo. Es que Yo creo que este es el problema. Que tenemos poco nivel. Vender. Yo vengo a vender, vender, vender. Pues ya está. Ya hemos venido. A ver. No me deja saltar por aquí. Uy. Mira que tengo más cosas para vender. Hemos entrado por aquí. Y salimos por aquí. Es que tengo que abrir esas puertas, sea como sea. Ya que esta misión la tenemos que dejar apartada porque nos falta pirateo. A ver, yo creo que estoy cogiendo todo el rato todo. Y cada vez me encuentro más cosas para robar. O sea que esta misión del detective León no la puedo hacer. No la puedo hacer, no puedo pasar por aquí. Vamos a intentar buscar otra puerta de entrada antes de rechazar esta misión.
Watch out, Captain.
There's something.
Don't you, happiness? This reeks of unhappiness. Did I hear something?
Maybe.
Oh.
They're
I just
dead.
wanted to make you
Our
smile.
survival.
Hemos encontrado la puerta por donde tenemos que entrar. Hay que haber una misión directa.
It's you. I had a feeling you'd catch up to me sooner or later, Inspector. I was just hoping you'd find me standing over the administrator's corpse.
What in law's name? Alcion, Helen, how are you
Un giro
still
dramático la
alive?
situación, ¿eh?
Oh, is that that Ludovico I hear? Perfect. I'm so glad he's still in the building. Would you mind letting him know I'm about to blow his whole operation to flinders? That's gonna
Don't listen to her. How can you possibly trust the word of someone who lacks the...
You were never my target, Inspector. I've no intention of killing you unless... Brace yourself, Inspector. You're about to learn the biggest secret in the Aetherwave industry.
Vamos, vamos.
Halcyon Helen was never one person. I shared this role with my twin sister,
Ah.
Belinda.
Is your whole life predicated on being indistinguishable from the plot of one of your serials?
Belinda and I were the best kept secret in the business. Nobody could tell us apart. And certainly not a peevish, petty... So when I discovered the truth, when I realized what Ludovico was about to unleash on this colony...
My plan to save Halcyon. I'm not a murderer, Inspector. I acted in defense.
Tell the truth, Ludovico. There's nothing safe about Spectrum Brown. You want to infest this entire...
They're not
Yes.
parasites. These creatures are symbiotic life forms. They belong to the high... The symbiotes evoke a feeling of joy in their host. A bliss so pure. Oh, don't you see, Inspector? I want to bring... A host only turns violent if they're carrying too many symbiotes, or if they see you as a threat. In its... Listen to me. I never wanted to take a life, but I had no choice. I couldn't let anyone... But what about Helen? What about all the innocent people she's...
No one I crossed off was innocent. Have you met Dr. Blossom? She was practically a reptile. A cold-blooded... Leora Blossom wasn't a person. She was a weapon in Ludovico's arsenal. The mascot was a spy working for Ludovico. He was ordered to keep an eye on Belinda and I.
You're being paranoid.
Don't try to deny it. Anywhere Belinda and I went, that mascot was there, just watching us. That doesn't surprise me at all. He was on Dr. Leora Blossom, Maria Keene, that flackwit of a mascot. I went through them. She was on Ludovico's side. When she realized I gave Maria a chance. I told her about Belinda. I asked for her help, but she turned me down. Maria had a duty to her company, and I had a duty to Belinda. We both... You know what you need to do. Help me avenge Belinda.
Don't listen to... Listen to me. Throw in with Helen and you destroy Halcyon's... Think of the future, Inspector.
You want me to explain my grand plan in the middle of a climactic moment like... We've talked enough. You're either... It's a deal. We don't have a lot of time.
Not so fast. I'm sorry to do this to you, Inspector. Truly I am. If it's any consolation, Helen has brought some... Goodbye, Inspector.
Damn it. He sealed us in, but I think I know another way.
A ver, un momento, que subimos de nivel. Pero déjame robar primero. Se va a explotar todo esto.
Head through that door. There's another way out. Excellent. We're close to the exit. We made it. Nice work, Inspector. We may have put a stop to Ludovico's operations, but he's still at large. This entire complex has been exposed to those parasites. Law only knows how many they've infected. If they're showing symptoms, it's probably already too late. Boundless energy, insufferable joy, and almost... Then just like that, parasites bursting out of their body. You're a step ahead. An airborne pesticide of some kind. I think you may be onto something. Not here. See you soon.
2 niveles hemos subido. Dos niveles ya, He dicho que de aquí saldríamos chetaos. Y un giro dramático de todo aquí, Parvati, a ver, primero a ti. Parvati es la niña bonita del Papa. Nuestro primer compañero. A ver, talentos. Todo 50 menos este, ¿no? Ventajas. A correr se ha dicho, gente. Vale. Y ahora nos vamos para el mapa. Y para el ático. Y bueno, guardamos aquí, gente. Y nos vemos en el próximo día. ¡Hasta luego!